There are many real shocking incidents that have occurred, but a lot of them are so strange and disturbing that it leaves us wondering if it was real or fake. Today we will be looking at some incidents involving real-life people. The first one happened at a Blockbuster, which I have never been to in my life, so let's see how this went down.
In 1994, two employees from Dallas, Texas, 20-year-old Brad Lindsay and 26-year-old James Armstrong, are working the night shift at their local Blockbuster. Around 11 p.m., they spot a man pacing back and forth in the parking lot.
I would have immediately called the cops, because usually they are unstable or have plans to hurt people.
Curious, Brad steps outside, but as soon as he does, the man suddenly sprints into the distance. Without giving it much thought, Brad returns to work.
Oh yeah, that guy was definitely up to no good.
By midnight, the man returns, this time stepping inside the store. He approaches the counter, brandishes a weapon, and forces the pair into the back room. There, he demands they open the cash safe. James complies and shakily punches in the code, but there's a problem. The safe is time-locked. Correct code or not, it won't open until morning. Unconvinced, the man shoves James aside and orders Brad to operate the safe.
Oh my god, imagine you're one of the employees and the one time you tell the truth to the criminal, he doesn't trust you. Like I would pass out just thinking if I was gonna die.
But just like James, he is unsuccessful. As the man grows increasingly angry, James seizes the opportunity and bolts out of the back room. Unfortunately, he doesn't make it far as the man fires 2 shots, hitting James. Seeing Brad as a witness, the man turns on him as well before fleeing. While security footage was recovered.
This is so cruel. What would the difference make if they were dead? Wouldn't the camera already see him?
From the scene, it would take 4 more years of technological advancement before the FBI could confidently identify the suspect. Leon Dorsey, already serving time for a separate fatal robbery that occurred just months after the Blockbuster attack, would finally confess. In August of 2008, more than 14 years after the crime, Leon Dorsey's sentence was carried out by lethal injection at the Huntsville unit in Texas.
Yay! At least he got the death penalty. I still feel bad for those employees. Hopefully nowadays these places have security guards everywhere. The next one is a crazy story. Let's see how crazy it gets.
On a bus, an old man started cursing and demanding that a young man give up his seat, but the young man just sat there, ignoring him. Furious, the old man slapped the young man 4 times across the face. Shockingly,
Bro, when did old people start doing that? My grandpa would never hurt anyone just for a seat. If I was in that situation, I would have given up that seat, because I hate confronting people.
the young man never fought back. At the next stop, the young man quietly got off the bus. The old man sat down, still cursing under his breath, but only a few seconds later, the old man suffered a heart attack and collapsed.
Wait, what? Now I feel kind of bad. This is why I would have given up my seat, because I don't want to be responsible for someone's death, even if they are rude.
Dead. Afterwards, the old man's family sued the young man for $50,000, but the court reviewed the bus CCTV and saw that the young man stayed calm and did nothing wrong. All their claims were dismissed. Some later speculated the old man might have known his time was short and tried to pick a fight, hoping to win his family some money. But the young man refused to react. The plan backfired, and it ended up costing the old man his life.
Okay, now I don't feel bad. I never knew people could think like that. That guy probably was just as confused as everyone else.
Thankfully, the young man stayed calm, because if he hadn't, the outcome could have been terrifying. A woman checked into a hotel overseas and made a chilling discovery. By chance, she noticed a thin gap in the back panel of the wardrobe. When she tapped it lightly, thump, thump, the sound was hollow. There was space behind it. Curious, she gave it a push. The back panel swung open, revealing a hidden door. Behind
Girl, I would have been out of that hotel in less than a minute. This is how people die in horror movies.
that door, a long, dark, narrow passageway. She assumed it was just an emergency exit and didn't think much of it. But that night, as she slept, the wardrobe began to shake violently. In an instant, she realized someone was back there. She jumped out of bed, shoved the bed frame against the wardrobe, and ran. That quick thinking saved her life.
This is why I don't sleep near a closet, because I used to think my clothes were monsters because it's hard to see at night. The next one involves a pig, which definitely confused me.
A young boy was feeding the pigs when he noticed something strange. One pig was staring at him, a little too long. Laughing, he called out, "Dad, come quick. I think this pig has a crush on me."
What? I didn't know pigs laugh. Am I living under a rock?
It won't stop staring. His father rushed over, jumped straight into the pig pen, and without saying a word, dragged the pig out and slaughtered it on the spot. The boy
Okay, that went from 1 to 100 real quick. The dad may be too overprotective.
Boy froze, confused. Wasn't that too much, he asked. His father looked him dead in the eye and said, a normal pig doesn't look at people like that. That one's tasted meat. It's changed. You thought it liked you? No, it was figuring out how to eat you.
I never realized pigs eat human meat. Maybe eating bacon isn't so evil, though there are many innocent pigs, so I don't know how to feel about this.
A man was moving a refrigerator in a supermarket when he made a horrifying discovery, a human skeleton lying behind it. Police investigated and uncovered the grim truth. 10 years earlier, a man had been cleaning near that same refrigerator. He slipped, falling headfirst into the narrow gap behind it. The space was too tight. His arms and legs couldn't move. He couldn't climb out. He screamed for help, desperately trying to get the staff's attention, but the constant hum of the refrigerator drowned out every sound. No one heard him.
I never had a loud refrigerator. For those who do, does it sound that loud that you can't hear anyone?
One came. Days turned into weeks, weeks turned into years, and only now, a decade later, his bones were found when the fridge was finally moved. But here's the haunting question. All those years, why didn't anyone smell the stench?
Wait, he's right. Usually dead corpses have a super strong smell. That's very odd no one smelled him. Maybe it's because most of the customers were old people, that's the only reason, but even still they should have workers around, so I'm a little bit confused as well. The next one involves clowns, which in my opinion still scare me till this day.
These neighbors heard screaming next door. They ended up busting down the door, and they find their neighbor in there eating her daughter. What?
Okay, I will never understand why people eat each other. Like ear. Also, I heard you could die from doing that, especially the brain, cause of bacteria or something like that.
What? This actually happened in 2023 in Kenya.
Damn.
It was this lady named 𝗴cie_𝗹𝗯𝗲𝗿. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but she was 24 years old at the time of this taking place. And she had one kid that was a toddler at the time. One night, nobody really knows what happened or why she just snapped. Her neighbors end up hearing screaming next door. And the reason why they went over there is because they were thinking that they were both in danger, her and the kid.
Yeah.
They go over there, they can't get inside the door. They're trying to just like open it. So they eventually end up busting her door down.
Damn.
And when they get in there, they see this lady is on the floor naked. They saw her eating her toddler's guts.
Please tell me this is fake. Like what the hell? This is stuff you see in a zombie movie. I can't imagine how eating someone's guts unsanitized sounds delicious at all. I wonder if that woman had any history of mental disorder, cause this isn't normal.
What?
She cut her child up into a bunch of pieces and was literally eating from her stomach.
On some like zombie
On
shit.
some zombie shit, yeah. And she was just sitting there covered in blood naked
Yo.
in her living room, yeah. Craziest part is, this isn't even her house.
What?
Yeah, this is actually her parents' house. They just weren't home because her mom was like somewhere else and her dad was at work. The people that were there, some of them recorded the situation with the lady. So there's footage of it.
Don't tell me you have footage of it.
I've seen it.
Nah, that's insane.
Yeah, and somebody
bro.
recorded her in her living room eating her daughter's
And she
guts.
was naked?
And she was naked doing it, yeah.
Nah, she got like possessed by.
I do agree that this has to be some sort of ritual. Like, why is she naked in the first place?
Something.
Why is everybody saying that?
That's so random, dude.
Everybody was saying that. So they end up calling the police. Police ended up taking her to jail, and pretty much she's gonna get life in prison.
Imagine like walking into your neighbor's house thinking that they're in trouble.
Yeah.
And just seeing her in the living room.
And
covered
that's
in
what you
blood.
find naked.
Bro.
Some real zombie.
Anyways, that was very disturbing to watch, but hopefully some of you learned some life lessons from these incidents. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye everyone.